now, in memory of Agatha, we're gonna play her favorite song. Welcome to the wonderful land of Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for replacing pictures of my cousins with pictures of my dog? My grandpa's birthday was a couple of weeks ago. 6 weeks before his birthday, I texted all my siblings and cousins, there's 9 of us, and told them to send a picture of themselves with the next 4 weeks so I could put it on a phone case for grandpa's birthday. 2 weeks later, I sent the text again saying I need a picture of them, and anybody that chooses not to send a picture will be replaced by a picture of my dog. I had 3 cousins tell me to screenshot something from their Instagrams. I didn't respond. I sent a text out the day before I put the order saying that anybody that did not send a picture of themselves in the next 24 hours will be replaced by pictures of my dog. The same 3 cousins never send pictures. Their spots have my dog in a sombrero, my dog at the pumpkin patch, and my dog in a chicken costume. They came over for my grandpa's birthday and saw him open the phone case. They saw that their pictures weren't on the case and got mad at me for not picking something off their Instagram like they told me to. Huh? I said that I sent 3 reminders to send me a picture with a clear warning that anyone that did not send a picture would be replaced with a picture of my dog. They knew exactly what would happen. My grandpa finds it hilarious, but their parents are telling my parents that I kept them off the phone case on purpose, and they want me to apologize. Am I the asshole for replacing them with pictures of my dog? This is based. I would do this. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. No. Definitely not the asshole. You were clear with your communication. You were very clear from get-go what was gonna happen. And the fact that your grandpa thinks it's hilarious is even better. Okay, am I the asshole for thinking an hour without a reply was no big deal? Let's see what this is about. Hi all, I need some outside opinions on whether or not I'm in the wrong here. So here's the situation. I sent a text to my wife around 5:30 p.m. and let her know that I would be staying a bit late at work in order to help close out the day. I thought that was a good heads up and that an hour or so of not replying wasn't a big deal since I was just finishing things up. Okay. First red flag, they have a wife. I had several missed calls and texts from her when I came back to my phone around 6:30 p.m. She was really upset when I called her back, telling me how worried she had been that something terrible had happened to me, like crashing my car or something. Now for the part, I felt like an hour wasn't all that long and was trying to respond in a humorous way, sort of things like, hey, it was just an hour, no need to be so worried about it. But she felt that I was being dismissive of her feelings, particularly as she had become so concerned that she even called her mum for advice. It's one of these. And it turns out her mum made it worse by suggesting they should call the hospitals or the sheriff's office. What? Now she thinks I'm an asshole for not getting why she was so worried over this. I'm genuinely wondering if I am the asshole thinking an hour gap was reasonable and insignificant. Straight to, like, thinking the absolute worst. But, like, let's remind you that he sent a text that you would be staying a bit late. He sent a text, so he did the right thing and communicated and told her that he would be an hour late, a bit late. And then all of a sudden, he should have told her 2 weeks in advance. I definitely think it's an overreaction. Like, why would you start, like, doing a missing persons report and calling all the hospitals for an hour of no contact? Kind of insane. Like, I pass out for an hour on a daily basis. So, like, if you can't get a hold of me, like, it's common. It's common that you can't get a hold of me. I might be passed out. And that's just normal in my world. That's just normal for me. So, you know. This one. This one. Yeah, we need the bridezillas. Am I the asshole for telling off my stepmom after she wrote a speech for my grandma's funeral using ChatGPT? I, 21 female, lost my grandma after a long battle with dementia recently. She was a beautiful person, one of the kindest and most calm people I've ever known, and I and my family adored her. I spent the 2 weeks after her death poring over my own speech, trying to work out the proper words to express how much I cared about her and how wonderful she was. A few days before the funeral, I expressed to my stepmom, 47, that I was having trouble writing my speech. And as she had already done hers, done, I wanted advice on how she structured it. For context, this is my dad's mother, not hers. So she was writing about a half page about her mother-in-law. She turned to me with a big smile and she said, "Just use ChatGPT." I'm sorry, but like there's a time and a place, and this is not the time and place. I hate AI and ChatGPT and am very political, which she knows, but she said it anyway. The concept of someone using a machine to write a goddamn funeral speech had me seeing red. I got angry and told her she had to rewrite it. That it wasn't fair to my grandma to have a machine pretend they know the wonderfully complex human that she was, and that using ChatGPT was lazy and unkind thing to do. She got very upset at me and said she was using it as a tool, that the words don't come to everyone as easy as they do with me. She kind of ignored me for a few days before the funeral. At the funeral, my speech was after my stepmom's. She got up to the mic and read her speech, and it was really obvious it was AI. Super soulless and impersonal. I'm sure anyone under 30 in the room clocked it, but it was mostly my grandma's friends in the crowd who had no idea. I was so angry at her decision to spend no time or energy stringing a few words together that when I got up to the microphone after her, I said, "Thanks, ChatGPT, for writing that speech for her."
Wow, what do you say after that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked, absolutely taken down.
And then read my own speech, and what do you know, my human written speech actually brought room to tears, but obviously my stepmom was upset at the sight, and so was my dad, who said I was being ignorant and selfish for saying that in front of everyone and embarrassing my stepmom. I just can't fathom thinking about someone as incredible as my grandma and deciding that you'd rather let a machine write your speech than spend any energy trying to write something personal. She was an angel. She helped my parents raise me. She was always supportive of my dad and stepmom and brought them gifts and clothes and furniture until dementia took her body. And even when she was sweet and interested in our lives and always happy to see us, enter the memory ward. I don't think it's too much to ask that when my stepmom spends a few extra hours trying to write a speech herself, my dad and stepmom are really upset with me and I don't know anymore. Am I the asshole? We are gathered here today to celebrate the life of insert name here. I mean Glinda. You could have easily said something about that to people after the funeral. Like, I don't feel like that was necessary to do. Yes, she did the wrong thing, but at the end of the day, you don't want to cause beef at something so personal and at something like that's honestly like really sad. You don't want to be doing that.
5 minutes later.
Okay, guys, I need you guys to give me her name. What was grandma's name? Agatha. Okay, and what were some qualities or values she was known for? Okay, her amazing pumpkin scones. She forgot any mistakes by others. Okay, a few special memories. Give me a few special memories. Oh, she could knit or crochet. She was in the Fast and Furious movies. She was a professional drifter. She threw balls of yarn at her cat or when he was being a shithead. Okay, and we want it deeply emotional. All right. Are you ready, guys? I'm gonna read this for you. Holy shit, ChatGPT. No, I don't want it that long. It just keeps going. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. A tribute to Agatha. Today we gather not only to mourn the passing of Agatha, but to celebrate the beautiful life she lived and the legacy she leaves behind. In the quiet moments when we think of her, it's not just her absence we feel, but the incredible love, joy, and kindness she gave to each of us, in ways we may never truly understand. Agatha had a way of making life feel just a little more magical. She could take the simplest ingredients, flour, butter, sugar, and turn them into something that made the world stop for a moment. Her pumpkin scones were legendary. It wasn't just the perfect balance of spices, the warmth that filled the house, or the way they seemed to melt in your mouth. It was the love she poured into them. Every scone, every batch was a little piece of her, sweet, comforting, and a reminder that good things take time and care. But what truly set Agatha apart was her ability to forgive. To forget the mistakes of others, and to always approach life with grace. She never held on to grudges. Whether it was a slip-up in conversation or something far bigger, she understood better than anyone that life was too short to dwell on the small things. Sorry, let me put my tears on. She taught us all to let go, to forgive, and to move forward holding only the things that brought us peace and joy. Of course, there were moments of humor that we'll forever treasure, like how she'd knit or crochet with one hand, or throw the yarn at the cat with the other when he got into mischief. As much as he was a troublemaker, that cat was also part of the family, and Agatha's love for all her creatures, human and animal alike, were boundless. I think we all knew deep down that those little balls of yarn were her way of saying, "You might be annoying, but I love you anyway." There's also something truly remarkable about Agatha's spirit. She wasn't just a mother, a grandmother, a friend. She was an adventurer. Few people can say they were part of the Fast and Furious movies, but Agatha wasn't just an extra. Sorry. She was a professional drifter. Yes, you heard that right. Agatha was fierce. A woman who could handle anything life threw at her. She could drift around a corner as easily as she could drift through the challenges that came her way. All with that smile on her face and the glint in her eye. Her hands were always busy, whether she was creating something with yarn or putting her heart and soul into the people she loved. In fact, in those very hands that remind us most of her, a soft touch, a firm embrace, or a gentle rhythm of knitting or crocheting a gift for someone she cared about. She taught us that creativity, patience, and love were not just for special occasions. They were part of everyday lives. Agatha may no longer be with us in body, but she lives on in the warmth of her scones, in the forgiving heart she showed all of us, in the little yarns we find in unexpected places, and in the endless stories of her life and adventures that will carry with us. And we can take comfort in knowing that she, the professional drifter, has drifted to a place.
Okay.
Let me get back into the zone. Knowing that she, the professional drifter, has drifted to a place where there are no more struggles, no more pain, just peace and love, and the knowledge that she left us better for having known her. So let's not say goodbye today. Let's say thank you. Thank you, Agatha, for all the laughter, all the lessons, and all the love. You will forever be in our hearts, and we'll keep drifting forward, just as she taught us, one moment, one memory at a time. Now, in memory of Agatha, we're gonna play her favorite song.